What's up, guys? This is It's Real with Jordan and Demi. I am Demi Ramos. We have Jordan Edwards here, and I am pleased to announce that today we have iDress on the show. And I was once a 16-year-old girl when I found iDress on SoundCloud. So he has blown up since. So we're gonna get real and deep. Let's welcome iDress to the show.
What's going on,
With
man?
the glasses.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on my front porch.
How are you doing today?
Good. Um, just faded. What's up, guys?
We love the Black Flag T-shirt.
Oh, and Jordan also
Yeah, I
has
have
his
I have a
own
Minor
t-shirt.
Threat shirt on, so
I feel left out.
in the same world. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of SoundCloud, I mean, I was just talking to your publicist. You've pretty much blown up within the past year. Whether it's on TikTok, I mean, your streams are super up. But let's go back to SoundCloud days when I found you, when songs like Nature Trips or No Competition were popping off. You know those, you made them. What's
Yeah.
happened since the SoundCloud days?
I think I just started playing like my instruments more. I was like originally like when I was making like those songs that you mentioned, I was just really doing everything on the computer. As to now, like I have like keyboards and guitars. I just try to use them more and also incorporate them in like all my live shows, just so like it's not like super boring for me on stage. Because like before, I would just like literally sing over like these computer beats, and then now like I actually got like guitar parts. I just like also miss being in like a band because I used to be in a band before iDress, and then I just kind of wanted to go back to like my roots and just try challenging myself some more.
So there was a band before iDress?
Yeah, it was my old band Beehives, and it went really well until our bassist left. But like I remember it came to a point where like we opened for Mac DeMarco in Singapore, and I thought like that was like something, and then our bassist wanted to go to Spain to study like learn more about Spanish and study Spanish because he's an orphan. So like he wanted to like get in touch with his actual roots. But yeah, I don't know. I was very supportive of his dream. So I was like, if you want to go to college and leave the band, like that's totally like, it's what you should do. Like you don't want to waste your time with us. And after that though, like our band broke up and I didn't have time to like I don't know. I just like all I wanted to do is record. So I just started iDress, and like our band basically broke up. Our lead singer was always working, and our bassist was gone. So
And so where did the term iDress come from? Because I was on the train yesterday and I was thinking to myself, how do you even come up with something like that, right?
It's his first name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah. Like it's like a pun on my actual name, Idris, like IDRIS. But
yes.
and I kind of chose it because it's like it helps people pronounce my actual name right. Because people used to call me like Idris or something, but it's actually like Idris is closest to the proper pronunciation. But I came up with the name because my old band was called B Eyes. So I don't know, we
There's
just
a
kind of
continuity
always,
there.
yeah. I just try to kind of stick with that vibe, and my bandmate was still like always like trying to be an iDress, like he'd play live with me or like he'd make my videos. So that I just wanted to keep the whole music thing going because everyone seemed like they were gonna like go into the real world and get jobs and something we're all forced to do. So
Did you ever think maybe I should go into the world and once the band broke up? Like how much did you
I tried.
believe in yourself? You tried to do it? You tried to be a real
I
person?
tried. And yeah, my mom like was always just like quit music, not really quit, but like she's like you should get a job, and it was always like not motivating to hear that because it was working, you know. It's just like I couldn't explain it to her because I wasn't there yet to like show her like I knew what I was doing. But it took years to like, you know, to get all this to snowball into this the point that it's at right now. But it's, you know, I'm still at that same like mindset where I really believed in it from the start. I just didn't have money or any opportunity to make a lot of the things happen for myself at the time. So it's like a matter of figuring it out whether I had no resources to what I wanted to do. So it was still fun though, because just throughout that whole time I just stayed creative. And I think, you know, I just kept recording and I kept making riffs or like, you know, can you guys hear my baby in the background?
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, you're a dad.
Yeah.
Is it strange to be, you know, have these dual rules of both the rock star guy and the dad? Like, how has that kind of changed your workflow as a musician now that you have to take care of kids?
I put the kids in. I put my family first before I like go work because my work's fun. So like, you know, it's kind of like excessive that I get to like do that as like work. So I try to get all the mundane stuff out of the way and just, you know, like make sure they're good because I can't work if I know they're not like comfortable. You
Your relationship with your wife, Elvia,
know. Hmm.
is actually one that is it's really special because you guys are very public, and you know she's in the videos. You guys make music together. Tell us a story about how you guys met and started collaborating.
We met. I was on tour with my friends Interwave at the time, and it was so weird. Like I didn't think I was gonna meet anyone because this was like I was like wilding out on tour and like not really like not, you know, I was just trying to have fun, and then I met Elvia and she was such a sweet girl. Like we met at a show, but like we weren't meant to meet. Like she was supposed to meet up with my guitarist, and then my guitarist was like,
Oh man, scandalous.
yeah, you know, but I was just like, her, like, my guitarist had a girlfriend at the time, and she was like, yo, like, trying to set me up with Elvie, and I didn't even know who she was. But she was like, yeah, my friend thinks you're cute. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, has she even seen me ever? And when we met, like, it was cool because, like, Elvia didn't know anything about me or my music, so I was like, yes, like, someone who, you know, like, it's just
She
like,
thought you were cute without knowing who you were.
yeah, I was just like, I didn't like, and my music, whatever. I don't even think my music was even popular like, at the time. It's just like, it was just good, cool to meet someone who was like really sweet and like didn't seem like she was gonna like stab me in the back. She was just like a nice girl. Like we were, you know, ended up staying in touch after that night. And, like it was faded because like my friend Marcy May, he's like underground, underground rapper legend. But he was like, "Hey, you want to go to Vegas like with me to film this video, reggaeton video?" And I was like, "Okay." And in my head, I was like, because like I never thought I'd see Elvia again. And then yeah, like obviously, you know, I hit her up when I got out there, and like it was so funny. We met like at a gay bar called Piranha. And like it was like those kind of bars where like girls like be putting like $100 bills down like their pants and shit. It's like hilarious. And I remember I was filming her do that because I was like, you know, you want to try it. Like, but anyways, I don't know. So like my friend Marcy, I don't know why, but like the artist, like the producer of that video, like wanted like to film a scene in there because he had like a plug for that was his club plug, and I was like, okay, this is crazy. And yeah,
It's such a romantic story.
it was weird. Like we ended up going in like a limousine. Like they were filming like a scene where like the girls are like shaking their ass in the limousine. And they're like the girls are trying to ask Elvia to be in the video. I was like, oh hell no! Like she didn't come here for that. She came to hang out with me. what's up?
Oh hell.
I by that point I wanted to leave, and but yeah, I never like I ended up staying in Vegas for like a week after, and I just like I slept on my uncle's floor. Like I have an uncle out there, and yeah, I would sleep on his floor and then go to CLB afterward. Yeah, we just
You
always
know,
try
you,
to.
you seem like a really chill guy, and you talk about Vegas. I want to know, does Idris, do you wild out sometimes? Do you party hard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, never.
I'm
No.
not. I've never been Cabo. Never. Like
Maybe.
like after high school, everyone goes on that like trip where they like wild out. I
Yeah, the
ne
senior
I ne
trip.
I never went on those things. So I don't know. I just feel awkward when I'm out. I'm like, oh shit. But if you get me drunk enough, I'll be talking to everybody in the room. So I'm chill. Like even when I'm drunk, I'm chill. I'm not like I don't know. I could get
I,
loud, I guess.
I just I really love your production. I love the sound of it. It
Mhm.
sounds very organic and DIY, and you do a lot of you explore a lot of interesting sounds, and you've done that throughout the course of your releases. You've always maintained this kind of Idris sound, regardless of what the songs were. I'm interested in how much of the production do you do just by yourself, or do you have other people working on the songs with you?
Um, this new album I'm releasing, Mulholland Drive, has a lot of collaborations. I kind of like take the back seat on this album in that
Mm.
sense. Like,
Even on the
you
production and the songwriting?
um, well, with everything, I kind of produce everything, but like with all the collaborations on the album, like say like I made like a demo, like a half-finished demo, and I send it to my friend, this guy Paul Cherry, and he's on the album. And what he does is like what he did was like basically like I had like this full finished song, and I sent it to him, and he like basically replayed everything, like added like acoustic guitar, all types of synths, and like when he sent me the stems for the file, like there were so many like files. I was like, they're like hundreds. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? He's a maniac. And I don't know, like but yeah, I do all the production for it, almost everything I put out, like I play guitar and everything, keyboard, sing. But yeah, for the new album, I just have like a handful of collaborations where like I either made them with that person or they like remade the whole thing and just kept my vocals. Um, yeah, it was it was fun to make.
Word on the street is there is a King Cruel collab. Is that
Like
correct?
that one happened like through Instagram. Like he posted the instrumental on his story, and I was like, "This is so fire, dude." And then he was like, "You," I'd never expected the reply, but he was like, "You should get on it." I was like, and I was just like, "Yeah, just send it, bro." But I was like in my heart, I'm like, "Oh shit, this is so sick." Um, yeah, and yeah, that song is sick. It kind of reminds me of like the Pixies and the Breeders, that era of like bass lines in the 90s. I don't know. Kim Deal, like that's some fucking crazy bass
Jimmy
lines.
loves some Kim Deal. Mm.
I want to go and talk about Jealous. That is, I think, aside from your earlier things, one of my favorite tracks that you've made. I want to know how it
Thank
was
you.
written, how it came about. It's super poppy. It blew up on TikTok. Here's the cover art. It's beautiful. Is that
Yeah,
Elvia? You taking
yeah.
over?
Mm.
It's
That is
gorgeous.
us.
Yeah,
I
that's the
was,
that was your album last year, the one that had Jealous on it. That
mm,
album just like blew up, man.
I know it's insane. I don't.
See, sorry,
So
sorry.
how was that? How was Jealous written? Take us back to the moment you sat down in your room and you wrote Jealous. What's it about? What's the story?
Well, that was before I met Elvia, and
No way.
yeah, and I was like, I guess I was seeing someone that like wasn't ever like I can't ever say that like we were together, and I guess they were just like going behind my back a lot, so that's why I made that song. The music just I don't know, I just made that like in my room. Yeah, I think I used like, I think I bought like a $500 guitar, and then it
So
was
cool.
like a really cheap like Japanese guitar, but like I was so stoked because it looked super sick. And then yeah, I that was probably the first riff I ever recorded on that guitar, and yeah, I ended up singing over it because yeah, I got all like about her, and that's how I made that song.
That song actually is something that I came across on TikTok. I was like scrolling through, and it's kind of like blown up on TikTok. No, amongst
Yeah,
like I guess like
Mm.
TikTok people. How do you feel like we were talking with your publicist earlier? It's broadened your audience, kind of this particular song to the more under from the underground kids to almost mainstream. Like it's
Well,
you know what I
well,
mean?
"Jealous" was your first like charting single. That was like that
yeah,
actually like got radio play and stuff. So that whole thing that must have been just a weird ride to be on. The way that song sifted through the different mediums.
yeah. I just you know I just try to stay thankful for all the love that it's mostly like kids, like mostly kids are like on TikTok, so like,
Are you
you know,
personally? Were you in? Are you
shout
into
outs to the
TikTok or
youth. Me, I have a
like?
TikTok, but I don't like use it to like, and like people go on TikTok and be like, "Hey, this is blah blah blah." Like, I don't use it to do that stuff. Like, I literally like post my Instagram stories on my TikTok, and then just choose like a band that I really been listening to a lot as the song. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's cool because like I think it's like right now it's like the new Facebook for kids, and like Facebook dropped. Like I remember when I was young, all that
Mhm.
stuff came out, and I was like, "Ooh, this is a super effective way to like put your stuff out." But yeah, now we got TikTok, and it's pretty cool. Like I think people just gotta like use it more. Like you know, I don't know. You can make funny stuff. You can make educational stuff. You can teach people how to cook. Like
Hmm.
it's it's pretty cool. Like I'm not hating on it.
So we won't see any Idris TikTok dances original. You're not going to do like
You could have anyone you
anything
want.
like that kind
Why
of
would you
stuff.
want to be with me?
Mhm.
Maybe if I get
There you go.
super balling, I'll like do a funny video. But yeah, I'm just like taking care of my family most of the time and recording, filming other people's videos too. I like to direct sometimes.
You mentioned buying the guitar when the guitar you bought when you recorded "Jealous." Are you one of these guys who has a ton of gear and a lot of?
No,
Are you interested in like buying vintage guitars off eBay, that kind of thing, or do you have
no,
like one or two instruments?
this is the only one I've ever bought ever, and I
No
love it.
way.
It's so sick. It's the guitar in the Jealous video, but yeah, like
And that's the only guitar you have right now.
no, I have like a actual Fender, but
Oh, okay,
that's like my professional guitar. If I gotta
right.
record like something that needs to really get done, like I always use that. But yeah, the shitty guitar is cool for like a song or two. It's just like it's just how you work with it. Like yeah, that the $500 guitar I bought it because it sounds really old, like compared to like my Fender, which is like only a couple years old. Like, it's like it's good for live shows though, because it always sounds great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
totally.
was thinking the other day with your release Prada, Brain Dead. That's your newest release. Check it out. I mean,
Thanks.
no two Idris songs sound the same. Dating back to
That's on
years ago.
purpose.
You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And although they're all staple to you and I recognize them as you right away, I mean, when you sit down to write a song, do you have any rituals that you do to like get in the zone? Like, how does Idris write a song? Give us like the 101.
He smokes a lot of weed, and that is all. That's it. It's just I don't know.
I
I
like the honesty.
literally
Appreciate the
I, s-
honesty.
I just get super faded. I play a drum loop and I play guitar or like the keyboards over. I usually start with the chords. Sometimes I'll like start with like a bass line, but that's rare. But yeah, usually like chords set the mood for me, and then I just try to sing over it if I love it. Cause I'll make like a bunch of songs. I just I don't use them all day. Sometimes I'll be like, why did I make this?
Hmm.
But it's a good thing I didn't put it out. So yeah, I don't know. Recording's just like a fun thing for me. Like, there's always like sounds playing in my head. I'm like that type of person who's always tapping on things. Like if I was in class, like I would be the one drumming on like my table. So I don't
I
know.
remember the kids in class who could figure out how to like put a broken pencil in their hand to make like a drumstick and do like the
Yeah.
rapping on the desk and stuff. I can picture you being one of those kids.
Yeah,
What school did you guys go to?
The school of weirdos.
The school of weirdos. Yeah, no. That was a thing. In my school, they're like making drum beats with different things they could find in their desk was
Yeah,
definitely.
you got a sharpener, you got an eraser.
Yeah. Because the pencil sharpener, like a little plastic pencil sharpener, makes a higher pitched sound than like a pencil. So you
Or
get
like
kind of like yeah.
candy wrappers.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you.
And that's how you get jealous.
Yeah. Well, Jealous is just the simplest song. It's a good guitar song. It's like
100. I mean, we were talking before the show, and I mean, it's like no matter, even from something like Jealous, if you date back maybe a few years, the sound really hasn't, I mean, you've developed and your fan base has grown, but your sound has really stayed staple to you, and it's organic, and even down to your visuals, organic and still you. Like you can follow it, you can recognize that's an Idris visual. How did you come up with your brand? Do you think about branding? Do you think about marketing at all? Does it just come out?
Yeah, no, obviously, like even I'm like dropping clothes now, like everything has to like make sense. But all my shit is just kind of like based off skateboarding culture. Like, I grew up like filming my friends on VHS, so I just kind of kept that vibe, but started playing music, like my guitar. But it's literally the same thing, like things I would see like normally on a day to day. Like my friend was talking to me about this the other day. He's like, "You make so many videos," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I want to document like my life, like so when I'm old." I'm like, that was fun. But yeah,
That cracked me up the way you laughed just now. Was that a real laugh?
it's a fake laugh.
Demi mentioned your visuals, and I love your visuals. I love that the hand drawn, like the cover of "Let's Skip to the Wedding," the album cover there. And you released an album. You and King Cruel did the remix of "Jealous," and you guys released a video for it. And we have some stills, I think, of it loaded up. This kind of like really like early like MS-DOS video game with the Blockbuster logo and stuff. It reminds me of those like shareware games you get from the drugstore. Back in like the Windows 98 days or whatever. So tell us about, first of all, how do you want to shout anyone out, any like visual artists who have helped you create this kind of vibe?
Yeah, my friend Josh Parsons actually did the animation for this, and then the skateboarding was filmed by like a New Balance filmer, by this guy Luke Murphy. So my friend Frankie, he's pro on New Balance, and I think Primitive. I don't know what company that's for, but he's in this video too with his girlfriend, and I don't know, my family's in this video too. Buddies, my son's in there. He's in the mix. He's always at all my shoots. But yeah, Josh, like I asked him like, hey, do you want to help me make a video for this? And I had kind of like an idea, like I wanted to make like a shitty 3D animation vid, like kind of like old video games. I said like PS1 at first.
I love
we ended up doing the 64 thing.
Hair there. Archie has some great hair going on there.
It's wacky, but Josh is actually really good. It's a shame, he's actually really good. Like he can do like realistic CGI work and stuff. But I was like, no, bro, like make this shit look like shit. Like, and he did it tastefully. So I'm just happy it came out good because, you know, I
Yeah,
wanted to make a good video for Archie's remix.
I appreciate it.
You mentioned earlier about your band and you missed holding your instruments. You, I assume, are going on a tour, you know, with the new music out. How excited are you to go back on tour? And can we expect a band on tour with you?
Um, yeah, you guys, everyone's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, so you
That's
gonna
kind
get
of
a
the next step,
band?
though, man. You put out new
Uh-huh.
music. I mean, that's kind of the next step.
I'm sorry, this first run, it will just be me and Zahara. But that has been my band since before like COVID hit. Like we were playing a lot of live shows, a lot of mosh pits, and it was really fun. Like so, I feel like just the two of us right now, like works because like we just wild out anyway. Like, but we have our guitars. But yeah, I do want to have a band now. Like I can afford to pay a band.
Both of those things would be great. Both of those things would be great.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, like when I moved to LA, like me and my bandmate were just splitting everything, like 'cause we weren't making like a lot of money, but we took like any show that paid, like you know. So I don't know. Now, like I really do want a band. If
Hmm.
any of my friends out there that are really amazing at music, hit me up.
Yeah, let's get the band together. Let's get the band together.
Yeah, because the way I perform is like kind of like how rappers perform now, like where they just like yell over their music. I don't yell. I play over like the instrumentals, so I'm like adding even more guitar live, and like singing live and running around and jumping in the mosh pit with my fans.
You're one of those success stories that came out of the DIY scene, put up music on SoundCloud, caught people's attention organically. And I mean, here we are. Do you plan with this new found success to sign with a major, you know, kind of go that route?
Yeah, that is kind of it's what happened. Like I don't know, like after Jealous, like blew up. It felt like it blew up because like made like a bunch of major labels called me at like within the same like week. It was
Hmm.
insane. So I was like,
Of course they did.
that's when it made me like, you know, I kind of like swallowed my spit and was like, holy shit, like, I guess that's the next level, right? And then it's a lot of pressure, like, but it's also like it's good because I have like a team around me and like you I'd basically be signing my whole operation, you know, and it's
Mhm.
exciting. I just like I don't know, I'm not there yet, so I'll cross that bridge when I get there, but like I've given it a lot of thought and it's definitely like
Do you think it
it's
helps being in this position? Do you think it helps that you're, you know, 30 and not 20? Like having that maturity helps with this attention.
sheesh. So when I was 20, I wish I like blew up, but like that I
Well, there's
feel
that
like
too, sure.
that's where my like mindset was messed up. I said like after like I experienced my 20s and like that success I had hoped for didn't happen to me, I was like more focused on reality and like making like real changes in everything I did. So like yeah, it got slower, but it also I didn't see that things are actually finally moving. But yeah, at first like all I wanted was like you know, something good to happen already. Yeah, the more I started recording, like it just got better. Like, just gotta record more. Like anyone that like makes music like, should have a massive discography for all the
Yeah.
fans to enjoy.
Well, from 20 to 30, what can we expect from you within the next 10 years? Give us a rundown. Where do we want to
Lay
go?
out your
Where can we
entire
find
career
you?
for the next
Yeah,
10
no. What are
years.
your hopes and dreams for the
Yeah.
next 10 years? Because I mean, I feel like we're just getting started here. You're literally blowing up right now. What can we expect from you? What do you want to do with this success
A
for the
hundred
next 10
thousand
years?
videos
There you
Do you like
and a
making videos?
million
Do you like
songs.
go.
I do. Yeah, I studied film before I did music, and yeah, I really want to. Actually, if I ever like get successful for music, I want to buy like real cameras and like have a production and like hopefully make a movie or a TV show.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, that stuff's expensive, but that's goals right now.
I would love to see like a short film directed by you, what that would look like.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a big thing, so like I have to get there, and hopefully I'll have like a fire team to work with like when I start making a movie.
Yeah.
Because those things take like months, even years. So,
Oh yeah, super time consuming.
Assistance.
but I kind of do the same thing with music already. So like, because I take like I at least give myself a year or two to do an album, you know. So like, yeah, I'm sure movies are the same.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, we have to go. Thank you. Anything more, Demi? You good?
I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next with you.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Thank you so much
More
for coming to the
albums.
show.
Thanks,
More
guys.
albums.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
me.
All right. So will we see a full album by the end of 2021? Another full album?
Oh yeah, I got on August 27th, Mulholland Drive.
Oh, Mulholland Drive, of course.
Let's go, August 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Idris. Good luck with everything, and we look forward to Mulholland Drive.
Woo!
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
100,000 music videos.
All right. See you. All right. That was Idris. That was fun.
He is so cool. I'm so glad we had him on the show.
I wish I was one of those people who was cool enough to wear sunglasses everywhere and be able to pull it off. You know that not everyone can do that, but
Yes.
he's one of the people who can. All right, guys. So thank you for watching, and thank you. I hope you like our new setup here. We're right off Times Square in New York City, and so we'll be bringing you shows from here with better quality. And have a good rest of the week, everybody.